Good morning. My name is Kenneth Brown. I am the Superintendent of Schools for Boys Ranch Independent School District. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the first ever recorded production of the Boys Ranch ISD graduation for the 2019-2020 school year. This graduation is not what any of us wanted, but the COVID-19 pandemic cannot take away from us the respect and pride we have for our seniors and our school. On behalf of your Board of Trustees, we appreciate the adjustments in teaching and learning our teachers, students, house parents, and parents have had to endure throughout this time. Our relationships within our district and within our community of Cal Farleys contribute directly to our motivation, our morale, and our ability to meet the needs of our children. I want to share with you our mission statement. Boys Ranch Independent School District offers every student the opportunity to belong to a school community built on mutual respect, unconditional acceptance, and academic excellence. In closing, seniors, do not look back on this year as a disappointment, but as a challenge to prepare yourself for any setback or success you will have from this day forward. You survived extreme conditions and came out on top. Thank you to all who have helped in this trying time.
It's my pleasure at this time to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2020, KHARMA KOSKI.
Welcome, friends, family, faculty, and most importantly, class of 2020. Who would have ever thought the last time we'd see one another was on March 13th, right before everyone went home for spring break. Good morning, and thank you for taking this time to watch this unique way of graduation. My name is KHARMA KOSKI, and I came to Boys Ranch from about 4 years ago from a bigger city in California. I remember thinking, wow, this place really is in the middle of nowhere. There are no mountains, no green trees, and no ocean. The ride here was just flat. Quite boring if you ask me. Boys Ranch was not the picture I had in mind, though. When my brother and I first arrived, I remember being overwhelmed by how many people were in dining hall. My grandma, brother, and I were sitting at one of the tables, and a group sitting on the other side of the building were just pointing at us. My younger brother waved at them, knowing it would embarrass me. We came to Boys Ranch on July 19, 2016, and I always remember that day because it was exactly 2 months before I turned 14 and about a month from when I started my freshman year. My first impression might have not been the greatest, but little did I know I'd make some meaningful relationships while being here. People here come from all over the place with different backgrounds and stories. We've been through some hard times in life, but class of 2020, we are thriving in success. We're about to enter a new chapter in our lives. We're all taking different paths, some of us going to college while others are going to the military and workforce. The pandemic has brought a lot of uncertainty into our lives, but I have faith that the class of 2020 won't let that stop us from accomplishing our goals in life. In the midst of the crisis, we have a lot to be thankful for. I'd like to start with thanking my grandma. She has been there since the day I was born. My grandma started raising me when I was 4, and my brother was 3 when she took him in. Grandma, I am beyond grateful and blessed to have you as a person I can lean on, and not only as my grandma, but also as my mother figure. You provided a roof over my head, clothes on my body, and food to eat. You're the one who gave me an amazing life to live. Even though we didn't have much, we still had a lot. You provided us with everything from school to holidays to the advice you gave or the sports and activities we were involved in. You've supported us through every decision we've made, and you made sure we had a wonderful childhood. You're the strongest woman I've ever come to know, and definitely not one to give up easily. You fight for the people you love. You fight for us every day, and most of all, you never gave up on us. I don't know what you saw in us, but you saw potential. I know that much. I can tell you that you raised us right. Grandma, I can't thank you enough for all that you've done. You're still fighting for us even though you've been going through a lot this year and just now starting to recover. I appreciate you so much. My words of love and appreciation for you are endless. I'd also like to thank my mom for giving me my life and love you've given my brothers and I. Thank you for blessing me with my 2 baby brothers and for the nickname the whole family calls me. For helping me through some problems in my life, always making me laugh and talking about almost everything with me. Joshua, thank you for making sure I'm okay and video chatting me for hours. Thank you for making me laugh all the time with the things you say or do. I am very proud of you and all that you are doing. I know you're going to do amazing things in life. Hayden, thank you for always having my back for 16 years. You're not only my brother, but you're also my best friend. I will always cherish the goofy moments we have together and even the serious ones. You're growing up to be an outstanding person. I know that you're going to make a great engineer one day as well. I love watching y'all thrive in life and building up to success. Thank y'all so much for being the greatest younger brothers anyone could ever ask for. Teachers, thank you for helping us learn and grow. Without you, we wouldn't even be here having a graduation. Without you, some of us wouldn't be going to college or able to get a decent job. Without you, we wouldn't have an education. We wouldn't know much about anything. So thank you for helping us get to this great accomplishment in our lives. I would also like to thank the house parents I've had here, the Murphys, Lepkes, and AKERS. Y'all have taught me some life lessons and we have some great memories that I'll always remember. Murphy's the time when we did the slip and slide on the side of R2 and we had to improvise because using soap and a hose. The Lepkes, when Bruce would run around the house and y'all would hide from him because he loves to play hide and seek. AKERS, when Sir would do the splits right in the middle of the floor. And ma'am, she would start singing opera and break it down dancing in the kitchen. Thank you all for giving me advice and sitting with me just to talk or doing things to have fun with all of us. In my opinion, you guys are the hard working out here. I would like to thank the Thompsons for supporting me through my decisions. Thank y'all for being people I can go to when things aren't looking so bright. For being my trusted adults, guiding me in the right direction when my grandma isn't around. For the long conversations, laughs, and a shoulder that I can cry on. Thank you for being my support while being at Boys Ranch. Although I can't thank everybody out here individually, I would like to thank all the adults out here who have helped me through my journey here. Thank you for guiding me in the right direction and not giving up on any of us kids out here. You guys are all a true team. I appreciate all these people because they've helped me transition into the next chapter of my life of becoming an international travel midwife. I am attending West Texas A&M University to get my bachelor's in nursing. Afterwards, I plan to go to Michigan State University to get my master's in midwifery. Even though most of us haven't seen each other since March 13th, we will overcome the pandemic. I encourage all of you to use your talents and to make the world better than we know it now. Everyone will remember the class of 2020 because of how unique we are, and yet we are still in unity thanks to technology. Boys Ranch will always remember class of 2020 because we are the only class that's ever had a graduation such as this. I wish you God's blessings and success in life. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my speech.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our valedictorian for the Boys Ranch High School class of 2020, Jayden Moss.
Hey, this is a little bit awkward considering that there's not really anybody here, but I'm talking to a video camera in front of me. But name's Jayden. I have lived here on Boys Ranch for about 10 years now, which means I have gone to these schools down here since I was about in 3rd grade. And now, as you can see, I am in 12th. Throughout the years here, I have played piano for about 7 years and have learned 9 other instruments, including guitars and multiple types of keyboards. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm basically the human jukebox. This goes as far as to talking to the Millers out here about music, to playing Guess That 90s Hit for about 3 hours straight, to Miss Jones's anatomy class, where she literally had to make a rule that said I couldn't sing during class no matter the genre. And I think this year has been okay. We've had a couple bumps in the road, but all in all, pretty good year. Our class will forever be known as the class that skipped the most classes and still graduated. And I think that's cause for celebration, but in all seriousness, I think that we need to reflect on all the important things that happened this year during school before we had to leave early. We started off the year not knowing that we would be stopping 2/3 of the way through. And I think I speak for most of the senior class when I say we miss it a little bit. I personally miss helping people out after classes were done and working on music with Austin and San whenever we have free time. But the thing I probably miss the most is all the interactions and conversations I had with teachers and people that had an impact on my life. There's the thing that I want to say most about this class, though, and that is to be the best you can be and take care of others as well as yourself. We need to go off and do whatever we need to do. It doesn't matter if it's not college, but it does matter if you're doing the right thing as a person. We should be caring for each other and growing as a people in order to know that we are the people that are going to change the world. And that is what we're here to do, right? Change the world. So whatever you're going to do, just know that if you're living your life in a way that's productive and kind and selfless, that you are doing great things and taking great strides and making a better future for those around you. So in conclusion, take these experiences you've had and make the world a better place out there. David Bowie once said, "I don't know where I'm going, but I promise it won't be boring." This quote means a lot to me because it really does describe the way that I want to explore the world outside of Boys Ranch. But what you need to do is to make this quote about yourself. If you don't know what's happening in your life, just make sure that it's not boring and stay productive in the world around you. Have a good day, guys. And remember, self-distance.
Hi, my name is Dan Adams, and I'm the president and CEO of Cal Farley's Boys Ranch. And I'm here today to congratulate the senior graduating class of 2020 at Boys Ranch Independent School District. Wow, what an accomplishment, and in such strange and even bizarre times. Some people might think that this is the unlucky class, the ones that didn't have the opportunity to graduate in the same way their peers did in the past. But I'd venture to say that this is the fortunate class, the class that didn't have to graduate in the same way everybody did in the past. It's the way life is, isn't it? Throws obstacles at you, and my guess is that it won't be the last time that happens. But now you can just consider yourself trailblazers, trendsetters, and I hope that's something that sticks with you for the rest of your life. After all, it's something that we've tried to teach you at Boys Ranch, that remember, it's not why you can't, but how you can. And we want you to remember that you're not victims of circumstance beyond your control. In fact, you have control of your life going forward. And now you're representatives. Some of you say, we represent, well, you're ambassadors for Boys Ranch now, whether you like it or not. And that's very important. It's important for you to know that your life was able to happen at Boys Ranch in the way it did because of the time, effort, and finances of people that you don't even know. the sweat off of their brow. And I want you to know it's important that we have a tremendous amount of respect and appreciation for your families, because they're the ones that actually entrusted the care of you to us. And we're honored by that. We're pleased with that, because by and large, when we set the bar high, you actually exceeded our expectations, and that's what we're really the most proud of. So remember, you're ambassadors. I also want you to take the opportunity, grads, to thank all of those staff, teachers, all of those work bosses, coaches, administrators at Boys Ranch who helped to make your life possible, because they're there because they care about you and they want to see you succeed in life. So grads, whether you go on into the military, into college, or into the world of work, remember, you're a Boys Rancher, you're an ambassador, you represent, and we're proud of you. And you've earned this honor, so congratulations. And everyone out there watching this video, please take the opportunity, if you have a chance, to pat these young people on the back. They've earned it, they deserve it, and we're really proud of them.
My name is RAYJNE Campbell, and I would like to thank Cal Farley's Boys Ranch for providing me with 3 great years of education. I would like to thank my family and my friends and staff that helped me get where I am today. Thank you.
My name is Liliana Edens, and I would also like to thank my house parents, Miss Miller and my mom, for always supporting me and always having faith in me. And I just want to say that I love you guys so much.
Joseph Lucas Gonzalez. I want to appreciate my family for being there when I needed them and being at my sporting events. I want to appreciate my Cal Farley family for teaching me what I know about life and everything else on how to use it and not get rid of it. I want to appreciate Mr. Murphy on helping me through my hard times on the ranch and just talking to me. I want to appreciate the shepherds for being 2 good role models to me and teach me the ins and outs and always having my back during track meets. Just being 2 good parents.
I am Mackenzie Rose Grimm. I would like to start off by thanking Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Without faith, I would be lost. I also would like to thank my parents, Joe and Chrissy Grimm, my siblings CJ, Summer, and Joey, for always pushing me to be better and for supporting me always. I would like to give a special thanks to my house parents, Mr. and Mrs. Poppy. Sir and ma'am, thank you for loving me like your own and helping me find my path even when it was rough. You have helped me become the strong woman I am. I want to thank my friends I've made here at Cal Farley's. You have all made an impact in my life, and I will never forget y'all. Thank you, Shayla and Caitlin, for teaching me how to work hard and how to become a better person. Boys Ranch has forever changed my life for the better, and I am excited to start my new journey.
My name is Autumn Helen. The people who I'd like to thank for helping me get through high school is the Joneses, Miss Cantrell, Mr. Calc, the Browns, and Mr. Shepard, because he's the MVP.
Hello, this is Jonathan Hazel. I want to give a big thanks to families and friends, girlfriend Jewel, best friends Wesley and Caleb. They've been through there with me all day, every day. One of my other ones, Morgan, he was there for me. I want to also thank the Boys Ranch High School District. They were a big part of getting me through. I want to appreciate every bit of it. Thank you guys, and I love you.
TESSA HELMS. I want to recognize Team Lutome, my caseworker, Ms. Hodge, Mr. and Mrs. Allen, Miss Amanda Allen, which was my very first caseworker at the ranch, Mr. Brown, as he was one of my first house parents, and Miss McMahon, as she was my caseworker and helped me transition into everything at Ranch.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Hose, and I would like to extend a huge thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Lawless, Mr. Wheatley, Mrs. Moss, Mr. and Mrs. Brown, Mr. Miller, Mr. and Mrs. Doak, Mr. Scotty Wright, Mr. Craig Wright, and Mr. and Mrs. Brock. Thank you. Love you all.
Preston K. I would like to thank my family, coaches, teachers, and house parents for all the support they've given me the last 3 years.
Karma Marie Koski. Thank you, friends and family, and congratulations, class of 2020.
My name is George Lloyd Kraft, and I would like to take this time to thank my house parents, Mr. and Mrs. Thorne, for being my house parent for 3 years, and thank you for the teachers that taught me so I can get to this point, and thank you for my parents for sending me here so I can learn.
Elvis Lopez. I'd like to thank my trusted adults and, the bros, gang, and then Mr. and Mrs. Lawless for always being there.
My name is Jewel Martinez, and I want to give a big thank you to my caseworker, Miss Vaughn, and my supervisor, Miss Banks, and to my house, R1. I miss you, girls. Thank y'all for always being there for me. I love y'all.
Ebony Magana. And as my high school career is coming to an end, I would like to thank my parents, Kayla and Ricky Magana. Hey, look, Dad, I did it. The Dokes, the Shepherds, the Mosses, the Browns, and of course, my house parents, the Joneses. I would like to thank them for helping me become a strong-minded and independent woman. I couldn't do it without y'all. And to my classmates, go prove the people that ever doubted you wrong and show them that you can do it.
Hi, my name is Colton McAlpine. I would like to thank my mom, my dad, and my grandparents for the help that they gave me when I felt like I could not get through this school thing.
John McBride. I'd like to thank my family for sending me out to Boys Ranch. I'd also like to thank Boys Ranch for giving me all these opportunities that I've never had before.
I'm Michael McKenzie, and I want to thank Boys Ranch staff and faculty for leading me on this journey to graduation.
My name is Samuel Aaron Meek, and I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my sisters, the Sanders, the Lawlences, and I'd also like to thank my teachers, Coach Lehman, Miss Gillespie, and Miss Lytle for making high school fun. I've had a great time on Cal Farley's Boys Ranch, and I can't wait for the next chapter of my life to start.
My name is Keith Meeks, and special shout out to all the Boys Ranch staff.
Hello, my name is Nathaniel Fox Miller. I first want to thank both my parents and my house parents for being supportive through my journey through high school and giving me advice along the way and making me a better person. I also want to thank my bros, Garrett, Will, Chris, Micah, Logan, and Cole for supporting me through thick and thin like true kings.
Hello, I am Devin James Raymunden. And I'd like to thank my mom, my brothers, my sisters, every structured adult that has helped me shape me into the man that I will be from now on to the future.
Keyston Morrison. I'd like to thank Coach Jones, Miss Jones, Coach Lehman, and Miss C and Miss Lytle.
Hello, my name is James Moss. I'm valedictorian of the senior class. I would like to thank my fellow classmates as well as teachers and friends and family that have helped me become the man that I am today.
My name is Adriel Nurse. And I would like to thank my family for supporting me to go to Ranch and become who I am today. And I would like to thank all of my house parents and my caseworkers for showing me the right way of things and always being supportive no matter the cost. I'll miss all y'all, Y'all always be in my heart. I love all y'all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Faith Oshaki. I want to thank my sister for being my motivation, my Boys Ranch family for helping me get this far, my teachers for dealing with me through the years, and God for bringing me into this life. Thank you, Boys Ranch, for being my support.
Good day, everyone. My name is Munechip Daniel KK, and I'd like to thank my family, house parents, teachers, and friends, and also Boys Ranch for helping me accomplish this journey. For it has been a wonderful experience. Thank you.
My name is Dakota Smith, and I would like to thank my mom and my teachers for supporting me every day through high school. Thank you.
My name is Sterling Tomlinson, and I would like to thank Boys Ranch for giving me the opportunity to finish school and receive my high school diploma. And I would like to thank all of the staff and teachers for doing such an amazing job. If it wasn't for you, this wouldn't have happened.
My name is Liz Tusubira. I want to say thank you to my parents for loving me since the day I came into this world, and all my family members that have supported me through my years of high school. I also want to say thank you to my teachers for always being there for me regardless. I'm not the easiest person to deal with. And I want to say thank you to my Ramasi fight team, all for letting me be vulnerable when I didn't think it was okay. I also want to thank my friends for giving me the confidence I have today and letting me have fun through high school and always being there for me. So thank you guys for helping me succeed through life.
Hi, my name is Kyler Voorhees, and I would like to give a thanks to my mom, my dad, my brother, and also Boys Ranch for letting me stay at Boys Ranch for 3 years and making all new friends and keeping in touch with them now.
Adrian Scott Ward. I want to start off by thanking everyone, teachers, principals, administration, and everyone in between. Thank you to all my work mentors, Ms. King and Mr. Langham especially. I want to thank all my house parents, especially my most recent being Mr. and Ms. Sniken, as well as Mr. and Ms. Carpenter. I would like to thank my friends and past supervisors and caseworkers, as well as my present. Thank you to my family, particularly my aunt, grandma, papa, grandpa, and mother.
My name is Casey Cole-Witt, and I'm thankful for my family helping me get past my junior year to be able to graduate early.
Hello everyone, Dan Adams reporting to you from on the side of the highway right outside of Waco, Texas. I pulled over because I was just notified of the 2 winners of the Cal and Mimi Farley Scholarship, which is a very special scholarship award because it goes to people who have been great leaders and shown a lot of character in their time at Boys Ranch. It goes to a boy and girl this year, Faith Oshaki and Adrian Ward. Faith has been at Boys Ranch for a long time, about 10 years now, and she's been very active, involved in everything, and she's had a very public persona. We're really going to miss Faith. She's living in Alabama right now, but she wants to go into cosmetology, so we know that she'll use that money wisely towards her education in cosmetology. Adrian has been at Boys Ranch for a little bit less time, 4 years, but that's still a long time. Just ask him. Been a little bit lower key than Faith, but he's been a very active leader, shown a lot of character, and it was an easy decision for Adrian to win this award as well. Adrian wants to go into carpentry, and so he'll be in a carpentry apprentice program, living in the Alumni Support Center there in Amarillo. So congratulations to you both. I'm really proud of you on behalf of the Cal Farley's Board of Directors and all of our donors. Good luck to you. Again, this is Dan Adams signing off from Waco, Texas.
Now I will introduce Nate Miller, who will read a poem by Ralph Waldo Emerson, A Nation's Strength.
What makes a nation's pillars high and its foundation strong? What makes it mighty to defy the foes that round it throng? It is not gold, its kingdoms grand go down in battle shock. Its shafts are laid on sinking sand, not on a biting rock. Is it the sword? Ask the red dust of empires passed away. The blood has turned their stones to rust, their glory to decay. And is it pride? Ah, that sweet crown has seemed to nations sweet, but God has struck its luster down in ashes at his feet. Not gold, but only men can make a people great and strong. Men for truth and honor's sake stand fast and suffer long. Brave men who work while others sleep, who dare while others fly. They build a nation's pillars deep and lift them to the sky.
During our planning for graduation during the COVID-19 pandemic, I felt something special should happen for the class of 2020. In that discussion, we came up with purchasing a tree to be planted here at the main entrance of the Cal Farley Boys Ranch campus. This red oak tree here is dedicated to the class of 2020. We will put a sign up that says the BRHS 2020 is greater than COVID-19. Hopefully this tree will represent the growth that you put out into the world, but it'll also represent your presence as always with us here at Boys Ranch. Thank you, class of 2020. All graduations are special to a principal. To celebrate the accomplishments of an entire group gathered together one last time is very humbling. And to know that you were a small part of something great is also very humbling. And that's always been my perspective. However, this graduation was going to be extra special for me. I came to Boys Ranch High School for the 2016-2017 school year with the majority of this year's group as freshmen. For that reason, I share a special bond with this group. One thing was I wasn't sure some of this class would ever get out of English 1. Davian, Keith, Keyston. But my perspective was that it would be an interesting 4 years. I'm thankful for the opportunity to learn something from each of you during your time at Boys Ranch High School. I'm sorry to miss the chance to shake your hand or hug you one last time. From my perspective, the most interesting graduation I'd ever been a part of before was in 2008 at Quanah High School. A storm blew through town on Thursday evening before the Friday graduation. Electrical power was knocked out and not expected to be restored until the following Monday. The auditorium was no longer an option. The press box was blown down onto the track at the football stadium, so that was not an option either. Eventually, the graduation was organized on the east side of the Hardeman County Courthouse to be out of the evening sun, with a portable welder on the west side providing electricity through extension cords that ran through the courthouse building to the microphone. That ceremony did take place as scheduled. As crazy as that was, COVID-19 has caused a much more chaotic situation for the Boys Ranch High School class of 2020. Expectations for the last 2 months of this class's senior year have definitely not been met. No senior trip, no tea party for the girls, no paintball for boys, no live graduation. Luckily, prom was scheduled before spring break. But ultimately, there will not be that final gathering of the class of 2020 to walk across this stage and receive their diplomas. I will admit 2 things. First, I stand behind the decision to have this graduation as a pre-recorded event at the time and date originally scheduled. Attempting to interpret the COVID-19 information provided and apply it to our unique situation at Boys Ranch was very trying. In the end, continuing to limit large gatherings was the deciding factor, along with the consideration of multiple off-ranch locations of many seniors. Second, I don't particularly like the decision. Graduation ceremonies are important to graduates as well as the community. Our Boys Ranch community extends far beyond our campus in Oldham County. Graduation ceremonies provide a recharge for the perspectives of teachers and principals, as well as they provide that spark for our graduates and their families. After all this, I'm just going to say, we got the class of 2020 through. We can do it with our next class as well. If you need some daily insight, I suggest you find Inky Johnson on Twitter or YouTube. Mr. Johnson played football at the University of Tennessee and suffered an injury that permanently paralyzed his right arm. He continued his studies, earned his degree, and is a popular motivational speaker. In a recent post, he wrote, "Sometimes the situation is only a problem because you look at it that way. Looked at it another way, the right course of action may be so obvious that the problem no longer exists. It's perspective." While there is no graduation ceremony, I hope your perspective is that no limit has been placed on your potential or future opportunities. You should move forward just the same as if we held a live graduation ceremony. And remember, perspective can determine how positive a situation can be.